Today we will try to uh, design a custom UI for our GrapesJS library. So this is what we will achieve in this video. So this side panel is showing the list of pages which we will add, and this below bottom is for the showing the blocks from the Grapes library, and we have this uh, panel here. This is Navbar, and this toggle is for the changing the UI view for mobile device and the desktop, and this is what we use to show and hide the border of the component which we drop in this canvas here. So I use Bootstrap to design this UI and some custom CSS, uh, and we have three different tab here. One is for the blocks, one is for the layer management, or you can say for selector manager, and the another one is third one is for the style manager. Okay, so let's get started designing this. So this is what we already have, so let's see what we have currently. Okay, yeah, so in last session we built this thing here. Okay, so now we are going to change this UI into this UI. Okay, so let's get started. So before moving further, I would like to remove some things from here, and I will add some lower library. So since last video we have used Grapes preset web page, but in this video we will try to use uh, Grapes.js basic plugins. Okay, so let's remove this and remove this one, and also clear the library lib flash, and similarly from JS. Okay, and let also clear some main.js. I will remove this plugins from here. Yeah, so let's close this one. Yeah, so this is what we have from the current. There is no any blocks here. Okay, so for the same, let move here, and let comment this line. So whenever we try to design layout, so it will looks much easier. And also let's remove this comment it out. Okay. So since I already told, I'm going to use Bootstrap. So let download Bootstrap from the Bootstrap site. I'm using currently Bootstrap 5. I already have downloaded the Bootstrap, and Grapes is block basic. So you can download this Grapes is block basic from the GitHub link. Okay, so you can find easily there. And so for right now, I'm not going to add any library except related to GrapesJS, but I will add library for Bootstrap. So let add link CSS. This will be uh, CSS lib and bootstrap.css, and similarly also add some script rc js lib and bootstrap, and also script rc js lib offermin.js. Yes, see this one down, this one up. Okay, so for right now, if you want, you can comment this line, but I'm not going to comment. So first of all, I'm going to create our layout. So what our layout should look like. So if you remember our last screenshot which I have shown you, so we have created one side nav and one is main component, and in main component we have used that we have used the navbar, and in navbar we have added panel, and inside nav first we have added a button to add a page, and then we show the list of the pages which is scrollable, and bottom of that we have added a tab, and in that tab we have three section. One is for blocks, one is for the selector manager, and one is for style manager. Okay, so let's get started, and I will try to create a layout first, then I will try to add the content in them. So first we have to create a navbar. Flex and flex column to make it in a column row. I missed a dot here, and we need overflow. We need a column, and we need a scrolling behavior. The overflow scroll, scroll. Yes. So in Bootstrap 5, they have added a lot of customized CSS. Okay, so like for scrolling and other stuff, so you can search the documentation, and let also add a main content. Okay, so this is our two section here. So if you see, let me close this one. Yeah, so if you see here, so it's not showing right now, but if you can see the inspect element, so we can see we have to this part, and we have this scrolling behavior. Because of that, overflow scroll, and we have a deflex to make it uh, giving the flex display. Okay, so now let's add some styling to make it look good. So this is one of the previous CSS which I have added to hide the scroll bar but keep the behavior. Okay, so let's add some CSS here. So first CSS we are going to add is for the side nav, and I'm using again I'm using a CSS because it's easy to use, and like it will be compiled and converted into .css file. So I have added a library in VS Code. Okay, so let's add position fixed and top 0, left 0, and let's give some width here. I'm going for 15%, but you can customize by your own, like how you want to give the look in the UI. This is just an example, like how like we can customize how we want. And height will be 100 VH. 100 VH means okay, and we already have 100 scroll, but let's try to from here overflow scroll, and overflow X will be hidden. There will be hidden, and we have stroke width. Scroll width, scroll width. That is scroll would be none. Scroll width will be none. And for now, I'm going to add background color to our GBA 2.5, 0.95, and also let add transition 0.5s, and also add box shadow. Okay, so zero point 0.05, and I think this one, and we also have some border to make it full. Let's keep it for 1px, and solid 0, 0, 0, 0.3. I think this should be compiled. Why it is not compiling? Yeah, so this spelling is wrong, sorry. Wrong. Okay, so this is I think wrong. 215. Okay, yeah, so now we have this main.css generated, and since we have used this here, so okay, we write the word again. Yeah, so you can see we have this side nav and this main component here. Okay. Yeah, so that's it for the layout part, and it close this main.js file. And now I'm going to add stuff in this side nav. So we will have one logo, and then we will have add button, and then we will show the list of pages. So first of all, let's add a navbar from Bootstrap itself. That is called navbar or navbar lite. So I am using this one, and added container fluid. Container fluid, we will have container fluid. We will have a span. Let me add some CSS here. Navbar brand and margin bottom 0. Sorry, margin bottom 0, making it h3, and add a custom CSS logo if you like, if you want to add some custom design to that. So let's suppose I'm writing company name here. So let's see. Wow, okay, so it's there. Okay, now we have company name on the top. Then let's go to add a button which we will use to create a to add pages. Okay, so for that I'm again going to create a div element with margin y direction happen to, let make it flex, and flex direction will be a column. Again I need to bit I add space here. Okay, so now let's add button. We are going to add simple button, and the type of this will be a, for right now this will be a button, and we are going to add uh, some class here. Class will be button outline secondary. Okay, so this will be looking some like this one. Okay, for icons I'm going to use Bootstrap icons. So Bootstrap 4 has Bootstrap icon. Okay, so let's copy that from. So go to let installation, they have this CDN. So let's copy the CDN and add the CDN to here. So now we have CDN. So now I'm going to add in this button, I'm going to add button label. So the button label will be I dot pi dot button is pi. Let's see how it looks. I'm doing something wrong. Let's double dash here. Yeah, this file is here. Now also add a label here. Add page. Okay, so this is so let's give some padding here. So margin here, actually margin x2, and the button I want is to be small so that we can have a much space for our rest part, like creating the tab, and yeah, so this look good. So, and again after that we need to add uh, a list group from the Bootstrap itself to to show the list of all, so to show the list of all the pages which we have. So in this, in the below button, we will have a list element from Bootstrap. It is a list group. Let's add a pages for customized CSS. Add class list group item, list group item, and let also make it flex. So we will have a uh, button beside the name of the pages, and make it justify content between. Okay, yes, like this one. So let me replicate this. 3. Yes, so we, for right now, I'm going to show 3 names here. First one will be the home, and second one will be the about us, and third one is contact us. Okay, and we also had yes, so we also have to some button here to show the edit and delete button. Okay, so to, and one button is i.pi.pencil.l. This is the button for pen to show the pencil, and again we have one button to show the trash icon uh, for delete. Trash, like this. Okay, so this group item deflects and then copy the code in here and here. Okay, so this is looking good actually, but justify content is not working, I think. So, okay, so there is a typo. Now this should look good. Yeah, so yeah, this is what we were trying to achieve. So now let's add some more customized CSS here. We have our custom CSS for this logo, and we also have one for pages. So add some customization. Inside name we have .logo and pages. Okay, so then let's add a border bottom 1px solid RGBA 0, 0, 0.3, and okay, 3, and also have a text transformation, text transform uppercase, then font size 15px 15 is very small, so let me 20px. Yeah, that's it. And scroll, and again overflow x hidden. Yeah. So this will give our scroll behavior, and it should scroll. Okay, so this is what we have achieved. So now in main content, okay, so let's go to, yeah, so let's go and add a style for, let me close this one. Let's add page, okay, and nav, okay, and now yes, so now we will create tab to show 3 sections in the tab to create. So let's add a div here, and in div I'm going to add a nav tab from Bootstrap. This should be look like this one. You will nav and nav tabs. Okay, to give a role, or we can just copy code from, make it the role of tab list. Okay, in this we'll have three li, uh, three li. First li should be a nav item, and we'll have row of presentation, and in this we will have a button, and that button class will have a nav link button, nav link, and let make it active by default. The first one should be active by default, and give id home tab, or we can also call it like block tab, and data bs, and for toggle. Okay, so database toggle on the tab. Similarly, we have data bs target, bs target, which should be the content, like id for the content. So first one is the block, and we also have to show area selected. Sorry, area selected true. Area selected will be true, and area control area control should be a block. Okay, so this is our button, and let's add icon. I am adding only icons, so it look good. We have one icon called grid, I think grid iPhone, grid fill. Yes, this is the icon. Let's see. Okay, yes, this is what we want. And similarly, we have to replicate this li for 3 times or 4 times. So for right now we are going to add 3 times, and we have to remove active from other two. Only first one will be active, and we also have to change the first one was a block tab. Later it will be a trade tab, or okay, later trade tab, and the target will be a trade trade area. Okay, button type area will be tab, and area controls will be trade. Similarly, let's change the same thing for this one. For this one, I'm going to add style style manager there. I will add a style manager, and this will also be changed to a style. Okay, so okay, I also have to change icon. For trait, I'm going to use a layer view. So there should be a layer. How we can add layer? We have a layers dot fill, and for fill. Yes, so this is what we want. And so let's add container. to show our items. For that I'm going to create a div to show tab content, and tab content first will be a tab pane fed dot show. I'm going to show the first one by default active. Okay, so this is the first one, and we also have to add selector to make it work. ID first one was for block, and role tab panel and area labeled by block tab. Okay, similarly I'm going to just copy this one and paste it 3 times. The ID part will be changed. The ID part we are going to change the second one, first one, second one, this one, second one, and the second one will be trait, and the third one will be style. So just check it is working or not. So just for checking I'm going to just add text here, and this one was for trait, and one text for blocks, and let's test this is working or not. No, this is an issue. No, it's working. Okay, it's working. So now what we can do, we can have some style here to make tab content look good. Now what is remaining? What else? So make it a justify content to get add space between content here to make it more separate. Inside name pages dot nav will be a justify content space between. Yes, so this is what we are trying to achieve. So now in main content I'm going to first we will have that navigation part, and in that navigation we will add our panels view, show the mobile, desktop, and that command to show and hide the border of our component which is drop. So for that I'm going to create a nav. This will be the same navbar dot navbar light, and here we will have a container fluid to show 3 navigation. The first will be our devices, and the second one will be our basics. Basics. Okay, so let also style our main component. So styling our main component, go to component.js part. Sorry, we have to go to modular main.scss part, and this is side nav. This one is for main content. Okay, the main content will have position relative, and we put 85% and left 15%. Okay, yes, so this is what we had. Okay, so this looks good. Now we have done with our layout part. So now we will add CSS library to make make it to show our content of the blogs and styles and the devices which we were sorry the commands here to show the device toggling device and toggling the border of our components. Okay, so let first uncomment this main.js file and let's see what we have. Okay, we have to add library for JS lib and this was blog basics.js. We have uncommented this main.js file and in main.js. So in main.js, I'm just going to first add our plugin so that we have that UI here. Plugins will be GJS basic GJS blocks basic. So this is the name of file. GJS blocks basic. And similarly, we will also have to add plugin option. Plugins OPT. Yes. Plugin options. Plugin options. I'm just going to copy this one. This one. Hey, why this is not coming? Editor. Okay, so we do not have that editor. Editor. Okay, yeah. So this is how it looks. Icons is coming here right now. So we are just going to give a command, doing some configuration to show the blocks here instead of there. Why it's showing 3 blocks here? Should not show 3 blocks. Okay. So first one should be shown. Yes. So this is good. So now we are going to do configuration in our Grapes library to use our tab instead of his default one. Okay, so first of all we are going to add block manager. So there's this we need to add some id selector, a selector where we will attach our blocks. So this one be blocks and similarly this one will be or whatever you want. Okay, so I have added, instead of showing the text here, I have added 3 selector. Okay, so now let's configure our library Grapes configuration to use that selectors. So we for block we have a block manager, block BLOCK manager, and the block manager we will give command append to what we have given here, blocks. Put append on blocks. So okay, so now you can see we have this blocks here, and similarly for layer, let's just copy it. For layers we have layer manager. pen to layer container. Yes, similarly for styles, I'm just going to use this style view. Styles, style manager, and this style manager will have a pen to this one. Okay. Yeah, that's it, I think. Um, okay, but here you can see we have blocks here and body here and styles here, but we also have a sidebar from here. Okay, so like we have to remove this sidebar to get it work. So to remove the sidebar, we have to write some CSS to hide this from here. So we are going to give 100% width to this canvas, and by giving that, it will cover the whole space. So it should hide. So we have a GJS. They have the GJS. What is GJS? Canvas. Where is canvas? This CV canvas dot GJS CV canvas. And this GJS CV canvas should have width of 100% instead of auto, and height should also be 100%, and should be down to 0. This block height of 100 also works to height of 100 .gs panel. Let's see here. So yeah, so it's showing the default panels. So let's disable default panels. Okay. Okay, so this is looking good. So now let's add some custom theme here. Okay, so this looks good. We have this scroll here. Now the one thing remaining is we have to say show the panels. So now I'm going to add 24 actions. Basic actions, buttons,